Hi everyone, my name is Alexandra Abramova and the next SPORTLIFE show is on the air of the M1 Global TV channel. We're on the luxury Barbijo Luxury Village venue. On May 29, the next event of the Gorilla MMA series took place here. It was an incredible night of fighting, which can be called the best in the history of the Gorilla MMA series. We have seen just about everything: 8 early wins, knockouts, successful moves, and strong-willed victories. But most importantly, with the third attempt in our history, the contender for the title of winner of the series was able to obtain the design trophy. And let's start with the main fight, which contained the main intrigue of the evening. After all, it was a title fight which Alexis Popov was entitled to as a fighter leading the winning series. A prominent representative of the Kuzna Fight Club leading the winning series at our events was to have a fight with the Brazilian heavyweight Marcus Brigagao. But due to unforeseen circumstances, a fighter with nickname Valiant was unable to fly to Russia. The organizers saved the situation. Pyotr Shomurodov from Uzbekistan agreed to fight Alek on a super short notice. Popov also had to adapt to a new opponent, but in the end, it took him just over a minute to formalize an unconditional victory with painful hold.
Вы не очень оцениваете соперника?
How do you evaluate the opponent?
Не оценивали, там он плохой, нет, просто человек вышел.
This man accepted the fighting challenge in 1 or 2 days. Thanks to him for the fight.
Что он дал возможность все-таки подраться.
I didn't get bloodthirsty. I just realized that the rebel wasn't in the shape that he could be.
Просто я понимаю, что человек не в такой
Were
форме.
you upset with the Marcus Brigagao withdrawal from the fight?
Он знал дату и готовился.
Of course, I thought there won't be any fight, but there was a substitution and I thank him. But I'd like my first defense to be held against Marcus.
Боя не будет, но получилось так, я же говорю, вышел человек на замену, молодец, спасибо ему. Но и первую защиту я хотел бы провести против Маркоса.
Вы же, получается, готовились...
Did you have to change your plan to a fight in 24 hours due to a change of opponent? Did you have any exhilaration?
У вас было какое-то смятение от этого?
Когда я готовлюсь под кого-то, у
Usually, I have a plan according to the old scheme in these situations.
меня все по старой схеме. То есть типа такого.
А были ли моменты,
Were there
когда
any
вы
moments that you thought that things would go wrong?
идет не так?
No, he gave me his upper body, and I let him to take mine. I wondered if he would try to do anything, and that's it.
Какие у вас дальше
What are
планы?
your plans after receiving the bout? There will be belt protection with Brigagao. I would like to fight with him. I mean, I trained for this fighter. I tune in into him. It will be good if he could fight for the title and I could protect. I knew there was a belt, but I didn't know there was bronze, silver, and gold belts. In something new, I guess.
Новое, наверное.
Ну а золотой-то забрать
Do you want to take the gold belt? Of course.
И вы будете...
And will you go all the way? I'll try my best.
Это сделаю.
How do you like our platform? Whether you like performing? I like everything. A good organization. Everything is very good, beautiful, and cool.
То есть хорошо, красиво, круто.
Alexis Popov has got the 4th consecutive victory in the Gorilla MMA series, having no special problems, and deservedly received the belt of the winner of the series from the hands of legendary Alexander Shlemenko. He is the first one in the history of Gorilla MMA series. Two fighters, Alexander Putmarov and Alexis Surekavish, represented the Storm Shlemenko fight team at this event. Alexander Shlemenko was an honorary guest of our event. I follow the MMA series all the time. I see progress, I see growth, it's noticeable. I just want to wish you success, prosperity, a long way. It will be a big plus for everyone. Alexander Podmarov approached the co-main fight of the evening against Ruslan Medvedov as a favorite. He already had a victory and a draw in the series, while the Azerbaijani Kudo fighter had time to get a defeat at our 21st event. By the middle of the first round, the statistics were almost equal, and the rest part was more interesting. All 3 rounds heavyweight exchanged clear blows, both with hand and foot. Podmarov was particularly patient. Knees, elbows, and takedowns were punched repeatedly. This reflected in the final decision. The judges unanimously gave the victory to the representative of Storm Shlemenko fight team. It was my debut in heavyweight. Impressions are great, therefore a great experience. I felt what heavyweights are. The opponent was 11 kilos heavier than me. It's a huge experience. I will now perform in heavyweights. Are you pleased with the fact that the way in the new category began with the victory? My journey began with a labor victory. He is a very good opponent. We all made 3 rounds and a good pace for a heavyweight, and it gave me the opportunity to feel what it was like to fight in heavyweights, the opportunity to breathe. It's so much better than if I ended the first minute of the first round.
Были ли моменты, когда вы чувствовали...
Were there moments when you felt like everything went wrong?
Нет, у меня такого не было, потому что в моем...
There were no such moments because I had about 12 people in my corner. I was supported and everything was under control. I want to thank the whole Storm Shlemenko fight team and all the coaches, family and all the friends who came to support me.
Своего тренера Александра Шлеменко, Андрея Качкова, Александра Становского, всю свою семью, маму, сестру, всех моих друзей лучших, которые приехали поддержать.
What are your heavyweight plans?
Josh.
I want to take the UFC belt. For Alexis Surekavish, another representative of the Storm Shlemenko fight team, it was the second fight in the series. In the 25th event in Omsk, he won by decision of the judges. His opponent in Barvicha was Islam Kamaldinov from Uzbekistan. Scherkiewicz did not delay the outcome of the fight, having taken a technical knockout on the 54th second of the first round. Without containing his emotions, Alexander jumped out the octagon to his coaching staff. Alexander Shlemenko met the Fosterling with a strong hug. Congratulations to the Storm Shlemenko fight team with 100% success in the event.
Все прошло. Какой был...
What was your plan? How do you feel after the fight? The plan was to punch from the right. I saw my punch reach the goal and that opponent went off. I don't know why the judge didn't stop. I didn't want to hit him because I saw that it was enough. I think it was possible to stop the fight a little earlier because the shot hit tidily. I don't remember whether from the right or the left hand, but my shot went through. What are your plans for the future? It was the intermediate weight category. I planned to go down to 70 kilos, and this fight was made especially for this, to try.
Сделан для этого попробовать.
Sergey Poppershev is one of the most charismatic and recognizable fighters of Gorilla MMA Series. His participation in the fight is a guarantee that there will be a show. Sergey Poppershev and Zalimkhan Yusupov, who debuted in the Gorilla MMA Series, met in the third highest fight of the evening. This fight was a contender fight for Poppershev. He could have a chance to participate in the title fight if he had won. The beginning was for Sergey. He had more punches, which is what the statistics said after the first round. However, Zalimkhan began to actively exhaust his opponent in the parterre, alternating with elbow smacking. And at the end of the second round, Sergey miraculously escaped from the choke. In the third round, Yusupov continued to dominate and Sergey was awarded with a yellow card for breaking the rules. As a result, the confident victory of Zalimkhan Yusupov in the Gorilla MMA Series debut fight, and Poppershev will have to start his win streak from the beginning. I want to thank all those who support me. Thank my coach, the guys from the Gorets Club. I want to wish them a good luck. Thanks to the organizers, managers for the opportunity. We will win and delight you with beautiful victories.
Будем идти вперед, побеждать, радовать вас красивыми победами.
What a plan did he have for this fight? The plan was to finish before time. I was psychologically set for all 3 rounds. My rival is strong, but he lacks to perform a bit. That ruined him. I wish him continued success.
Привело его к концу. А так ему желаю дальнейших успехов.
Есть какие-то далеко...
What are your plans for the future?
на будущее?
Ну, если
I
честно,
would like to try myself abroad in Bellator and UFC because that was my 20th professional fight.
такая возможность.
I have a lot of amateur fighting.
Так как у меня это
If there will be any progress and support, then I'd make it.
понравился. Ну, желание есть, я думаю, если будут дальнейшее продвижение, если будут люди поддерживать, то, думаю, все получится.
The big guys in the octagon always get a lot of attention. The 33rd Gorilla MMA Series event has assembled an entire constellation of heavyweights. Among them were both familiar fighters and debutants of the series. Sergey Poppershev from Azerbaijan won a victory over Uzak Saturbek from Kyrgyzstan, in view of the corner's refusal. It was too risky to continue the fight after a powerful blow by Poppershev, which practically disabled hunter Maxim Kolosov, another representative of the Kuznia club, knocked out Dmitry Holchenko and recorded in his assets already third victory in the Gorilla MMA series. Evgeny Poskotin achieved a second early victory in our events, thanks to a technical knockout in a duel with Evgeny Babintsev. In Poskotin's total is 4 victories with 0 losses. The female MMA is always beautiful and spectacular, and this time we enjoyed 2 women fights at once. The last event in Berviha gave us 2 very interesting fights of girls. The very promising and young Diana Vorobyova, who debuted in MMA, and Victoria Sklarova, who has long been known in mixed martial arts society. These girls were the first to appear in the octagon. Diana was inexperienced when she actively began the fight. Victoria successfully staged a choke-down technique. When she won, she announced the retirement. And the next female fight can be called the Fighter of the Year candidate for the MMA Series Awards 2021. Maria Tuchina held her third fight in the series, while Gulnazi Komarova from Kyrgyzstan wanted to make a confident debut at our venue. The beginning of the first round was left to the representative of Russia. Martia sent a series of blows to the rival. In the second round, Amarova imposed a struggle and at one point almost fulfilled the dangerous canary technique. Maria started having trouble with her leg after the failed technique of Gulnazik, and she almost couldn't stand on it. Pulling herself together, Tuchina found strength in herself for the third round, after the throw successfully conducted in the choke. What a show! We shall celebrate Shamil Abdukhalilov's decisive victory over Denis Kirillov with a technical knockout, as well as 2 victories by a judge's decision. Vadim Nedostup was stronger than Alexander Shvabsky, and Grisha Milkonyan made upset Janjigit Abdulkhalilov. Another important event took place at the tournament. M1 CEO Vyacheslav Komnev announced the rebranding of the M1 Global TV channel. MMA-TV.com, the new name of the M1 Global, and it's not just a change of the name. In addition to Gorilla MMA Series tournaments and M1 Global events, our viewers will be able to see tournaments that are held by promoters all over the world. And the first premiere is waiting for us this Saturday, June 5th. At the usual time of 7 p.m., we will show the Open Fc3 Tournament, and it's symbolic that we start with this event. It was attended by fighters familiar to us in the tournaments of Gorilla MMA Series: Boris Medvedev, Ilya Freimanov, Ilya Kuriev, Anna Remneva, Artem Simonov, and Alexander Maslov in the championship fight against Luis Enrique Barbosa. Besides the Gorilla MMA Series-33 Berviha luxury event, another important event took place last week in the life of our project. On May 26, the 5th ceremony of the Professional Award of Mars Sport Awards in the field of sports marketing, in which we received silver in the Best Work of Club Television for Channel Sport Organization nomination with the project of Gorilla MMA Series on M1 Global TV channel. The project of the channel grew from a series of events into a big sport tag project. And for fighters and fight clubs, the project became an excellent promo platform. This is the overall victory of our team, M1 Global TV channel, Gorilla MMA Series, our partners, fighters, and of course viewers. This was a very busy week for our Gorilla MMA Series project, but there is still a lot of interesting things to come, and we will definitely tell you about it in the next issues of SPORTLIFE Show. And I, Alexandra Abramova, say goodbye to you. It was the SPORTLIFE Show. See you on TV.